He looked like an ordinary man. Quiet. Polite. Invisible in the crowd. But inside his apartment was a freezer full of human heads. This is the chilling story of Jeffrey Dahmer, one of the most disturbing serial killers in American history. Jeffrey Dahmer was born in 1960 in Milwaukee, Wisconsin. From a young age, he showed unusual interests, fascinated by dead animals, collecting bones, and dissecting roadkill. His parents thought it was just a phase. But behind those empty stares, something terrifying was growing. In school, he was quiet and strange. A loner. By his teenage years, he was already battling alcoholism and disturbing thoughts he never shared with anyone. In 1978, at just 18 years old, Dahmer committed his first murder. He picked up a hitchhiker named Stephen Hicks and took him home. After drinking together, Hicks wanted to leave. But Dahmer didn't want him to. So he struck him with a dumbbell, and then strangled him to death. He dismembered the body and buried the parts in his backyard. It was his first kill. But not the last. After that, Dahmer joined the U.S. Army. But his behavior grew more unstable. He drank heavily and was eventually discharged. For nearly a decade, he lived quietly. But the darkness inside him never went away. And in 1987, he started again. Between 1987 and 1991, Dahmer murdered 17 young men and boys. He lured them to his apartment with promises of money, photos, or drinks. Once inside, they never came out. He drugged them, strangled them, and performed horrifying acts on their bodies. Some were kept in acid barrels. Some were stored in his freezer. Others were eaten. Yes, Jeffrey Dahmer was not just a killer, he was a cannibal. Neighbors often complained about a strange smell. Dahmer said it was spoiled meat. Some even saw a victim escape, a 14-year-old boy, running in the street, naked and bleeding. But when police arrived, Dahmer calmly said, "It's just my boyfriend." He drank too much. The police believed him, and returned the boy to his killer. That boy was murdered just minutes later. In July 1991, Dahmer brought a man named Tracy Edwards to his apartment. But this time, his victim escaped, running into the street and flagging down police. When officers entered the apartment, what they found was beyond horror: human heads in the fridge jars full of organs, Polaroids of dismembered bodies. Jeffrey Dahmer had finally been caught. He confessed to everything. 17 murders. Cannibalism. Necrophilia. In court, he appeared calm, even remorseful. "I should be dead for what I've done," he said. He was sentenced to 15 life terms, nearly 1,000 years behind bars. But he would never serve them. In 1994, just 2 years after being locked up, Dahmer was killed in prison by another inmate. Bludgeoned to death in the bathroom. His final words, "No one knows for sure." He was called the Milwaukee Monster, the Cannibal Killer, and the Devil in Human Skin. But the scariest part? Jeffrey Dahmer looked just like any of us.